Okay, I think I've sent out all the notifications. Um, we should be good. I think we're live. Let me just check the feed. That is not the right channel. I could have swore I was subscribed to my... Oh, hang on. Here it is. Oh, yep. It's working. Alright, well, I sent the notifications out, so let's hope this works. Hi, everyone. My name is Nick, and welcome to NALTOVISION, my gaming-focused channel, stream, program thing where I play old games. This is sort of a test broadcast, if you will, to see if everything works. I have no idea. This could go great. This could go horribly. But we are just going to play games, and we will see how this goes. I've already done my first stream on Twitch since like 2018, a couple days ago, which is a long time, but let's do it on YouTube. Why not? So let's just boot up the emulator. Yes, I'm emulating. I mean, I have some old consoles, but I'm a little bit of punk, a little bit of a brat doing it through emulation. We have a couple games. Let's see what we can do. Why don't we start with some Sega Genesis? Let's tend the waters here. We got got my essentials loaded up. We could play a lot of things. Tell you what, let's go a little bit you know what? Let's do some Metal Slug. Let's see if we can get Metal Slug on PSP going. So this might require a little bit of finagling with the game screen, but let's see what we can do. Alright, let's pause that. Set the filter to pixelate for the best possible performance. Now, oh boy. There. That's the best we're gonna get. Alright. Let's give this a whirl. This is probably the best chance I have of playing Metal Slug right now. Yes, you are going to see the top of the header. That is just a thing I'm still working all this out. I haven't used OBS in literal years. And if for any reason this gets content ID'd, well, hey, there's less of a chance that I'll take down my main channel, which I very much care about not losing. I still have a Twitch if this dies that I can fall back on, but I like to keep my main channel in check, you know? So far, everything seems alright. Just get out of here. So yeah, this is the Anthology on PSP. This has all 6 games, minus 7, which is represented as double X. Okay, live chat seems to be empty. That's fine. I mean, this is the first stream, so... let's see what we got. We got Metal Slug, we got Metal Slug 2, we got X, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5, we got 6. Game options, let's just check this out. Oh, god, the controls. Profile options. Yeah, unlimited continues, please. What's circle? Oh god, this is pitiful. Alright, well we only need 4 buttons. I'm guessing they're all right here, so let's just try Metal Slug 1. New game, please. I can already see some graphical thingies going on, but you know what? From what I can see, it's not really showing up on the... Oh yeah, I forgot, this is not the best emulation of these games. Because, essentially, this is me emulating an emulator, essentially. Because these games are emulated through the PSP which are then being emulated here, so let's just actually play the darn game. I'm not the best Metal Slug player, but I'm just a guy who really loves this game. Alright, so let's shoot, that's jump, this is throw bomb. I'll get the hang of it. And if not, well, I got like a DualShock 4 and DualShock 3 waiting in the wings that maybe I can get hooked up, if need be. I hate using keyboard. I am not a keyboard player. Okay, up. Why did I do that? It's okay. I know what to do. I know a little bit of Metal Slug strats. Okay, I am still trying to figure out keyboard. Last time I tried this with a PS3 controller, it did not go well. It's like when I try to do multiple inputs, things just don't work. I think I really could use a controller here, but let's at least try to do the first level without a controller. Get out of here. Oh boy. Get in there. Oh god, that is bad muscle memory. Hold on a sec. Okay, chat, we're back. Little family matters, but we're back now. We're good. Okay. I was not expecting that on the test stream, but hey, that's why this is a test stream. I am streamer. I make no mistakes, and I prove that every day. Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't want to get out of it. Get me back in the slug. I want to get back in the slug. Yes, get me back in. Get me back in here. Well, there goes my freaking prisoner bonus. You're gonna pay for that. Ow. I am having a hard time with these controls. My muscle memory is just completely thrown out of whack here. I was a little bit late on that. Am I pressing jump when I want to shoot? I think I am. Okay, we are falling back a bit, but... Oh! It's so slow. It's so slow. The emulation is not the best. There we go. And then jump over this. Yeah, I know the strats. I know the strats. I just gotta pull them off. Let me pull up YouTube to see if this is working still. Someone's watching. Good. Alright, well, tell you what. Let's see if we can get a controller up and running so that I can actually play this godforsaken game properly. Just leave like the dulcet tones of Metal Slug for now while I hopefully get my... I got my DualShock 3 right here. Hook it up wired, because wired is best, probably. Said somebody. Make sure this thing is actually active. Come on. Ah, there we go. Now let's just make sure that the emulator can recognize it. Keyboard. 6-axis. Oh, good. The control bindings are already set. Love this emulator. Okay. It should have been set. No, don't give me issues now. Select, 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 select. Start and select, yeah. So, for whatever reason, it is not responding to inputs. Alright, well, the DualShock 3 might be out of the game. But I'm not out of the woods yet. I have 2 DualShock 4s to try out. With these... If you can believe it, these are having a harder time working than my DualShock 3. We'll use the patented Atari USB stick, USB plug to ensure that this works. Oh, already. We got our key bindings. So if I press share, this should probably work. Oh, well, we're back! We're back! Finally, actual buttons. Okay, that's jump. Throw grenade, yep. Oh! I only just realized that that was there. Okay, hold on a sec. It is still very slow. That is probably due to the fact I'm running this on a 2009 MacBook. That's the best I have right now. I do have other consoles, but I need a capture card to get all that to work. I'm planning on getting that very soon, so... Hopefully we can run these a bit better going forward. But, you know... We're here now. They say do with what you have, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. And it's not the best, but it's something. I'm playing Metal Slug on YouTube in 2024 with a 2009 computer. So that's gotta count for something. Save the prisoner. Yeah, here. God, this thing's... It's a tank! Because it is. Alright. Alright, one more of these, then we can move on. There we go, now we can move on. I could get the weapon power-ups, but I don't need it. Fool's errand right now. Yeah, here. Oh goodness, this fight. Oh, Oh, the lag. Oh god, there's delay in the inputs, I can tell. Oh no. That makes this boss a little bit harder for me. Case in point. Great, no prisoner bonus. There, now I can lay the hits on him. Again, I'm no pro Metal Slug player, I'm just a guy who really enjoys this game. Go, 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 go! Yeah. Oh yeah, this was a mini boss. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. It's so hard to do when the controls are lagging this much. Oh god. Maybe I picked a bad game to stream, chat. Was this the best choice? No. But was it the worst? Probably not. I'm sure there are worse games I could have chose to stream, like maybe a shooter. But that's not the kind of game I play anyway, so, like, Doom probably would have been better than this. But I don't got Doom right now, so... Get out. Ah, there we go. Oh god, this fight. This is gonna be a bloodbath. Just bomb spam. Bomb spam, we got this. Why did I... I'm not making the best plays right now. We're not playing the whole game, by the way. I should probably mention that. Just testing the waters to see if this works. And I mean, it works. Is it optimal? Not a chance. Come on. Oh, finally we did it. Let's go. It took longer than it should have. Oh wow, Victory Heat Rally is coming to the Switch. You don't say. Save the prisoner. Okay, bye. Quit the game. That was fun. Alright. Let me just pull up the next game here. We can tell PSP games kind of sort of work. What else do we got? We got some Saturn games. I can't really run Saturn that well, though. Let's see here. Afterburner, Tempo, Virtua Racing. Virtua Racing already kind of runs a little garb. How is it going to run on run while streaming? Metal Slug Advance crashes. We could do Wario Land 4. We could do Wario Land 4. That's genuinely an option. Got some Game Gear games. A couple. NEOGEO Pocket. Okay, I need to make a decision here. I think we'll go with a classic. We are going with a classic, folks. A hard, brutal, but classic. Oh, it is running great. Hang on a sec. Let's pixelate. That might make this run a million times better. Yeah, I'm not doing this full screen because I'm not sure how to get full screen to work right now. This is windowed, so I'm watching it twice. Oh, sweet. Okay, not all the buttons are bound. Hang on a sec. I need to get a Genesis controller for this. I do plan on getting one, but let me just adapt the controllers here for a quick second. Alright. Alright. Let's see here. Options share. You know what? That's good enough. That's good enough. Okay, which button is... Okay, never mind. Maybe it is not good enough. Just want to make sure this works before we actually start playing. Okay, we should be good. Ah! Alright, I think we're good. Back to the game. We'll be Batman. One of my favorite games, honestly, on the Genesis, but also, like, incredibly difficult. Okay, so that's throw. These jump. Alright. A little bit, not necessarily the button bindings I would have wanted, but for PS4, ow. This could be worse. Ow. This game is very hard, and I have a mod to make it easier, but still, this game is brutal. I will stream PS4 content eventually. Again, I gotta figure out how to get that past HDCP. Same with PS3, but I would love to stream some of those games. I got Fall of Cybertron, so that'd be fun to stream. And I don't want to just relegate it to having to do the inbuilt, like, stream player. Broadcasting software. I'd like to have some control over that. I forgot to say there's a seizure warning for this game. I keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, flashing lights warning. Oh, there's a comment. I just noticed there's a comment. Okay, get out of here. Get out of here. I will read the comment in a moment. Let's just see how far we get on 5 lives, because this... For level 1, this is a sponge of a level. The whole game is a sponge, honestly, when it comes to damage. Like, it does so much damage to you at every single opportunity. Still don't know all the strats to this game, but I play it on the daily, like, religiously. This is a really fun game. Very beautiful game, too. As you can see. One of the games I always wanted to own, but could never, like, truly afford. That was worthless, but alright. Oh, I hate these ones. These ones slide underneath you and try to, like, knock you down. Okay. Oh, I hate these ones, too. Oh, it's just a medley of bad, bad enemies. Get out of here. Alright. The chief among which, I want to start streaming my Atari VCS, because I have one of those now. It's fun. It could just use more games, honestly. More good games. I'm a guy who's very picky about polished games, so I want my games to actually, you know, have a sense of polish to them, and there's some games like that on the VCS. I'm not gonna shame any indie developers, I mean, but there's a slim pickings when it comes to, like, the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Games that really feel good to play and everything. That don't look like, you know, mobile games, honestly. And again, that's not shaming any indie developers. I mean, we all gotta do what we can. Like, birds gotta fly, fish gotta swim. I'm just extremely picky about that sort of thing. Definitely want to play, like, Cash Cow and, like, Donut Dodo, though. I'm actually doing rather okay at this, considering how I normally do. Jump! Okay, I forgot the jump button for a second. We're back. Ow. Yeah, the OST in this game is an absolute banger. I mean, I expect no less from Jesper Kid, but, you know. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. There we go. Now it's just Harley we gotta beat. Gotta hit the chair. Gotta hit her. Avoid the rest of it. Ugh. There we go. Okay, let's take a moment to read that comment now. Nathan... Oh! Okay, stop for a sec. Nathan says... I can barely read that due to how my OBS is set up. 1 second. Early days, folks, early days. Ah, this'll do. Hey Nick, saw you going live, so I thought I'd pop by to say hi. Hello Nathan, thanks for showing up to the inaugural stream. Could be better, but you know, we're getting by. Plenty of these to come. Ow. Ow. This game is brutal. I don't expect to get past this level, so once we lose our lives, I'll move on to the next game. Simple as that. Still getting used to OBS, still getting used to emulation, still getting used to, like, different controllers for different games. Again, I plan to buy, like, USB controllers for the Genesis and Saturn so that when I play these games on stream, I have, like, the most authentic feeling experience with all the right buttons where they should be. Oh yeah, these guys. But yeah, I got like Atari 50 on my VCS. I'd love to start playing some of those games. Ow, I can feel my hand cramping up already. over here. Oh, he just threw a stick of dynamite at me. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. I keep forgetting when the jump button is, and that's kind of killing me here. Ow. Oh, I've never actually gone to this stage before. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I just never got here myself. So I guess this is kind of a new personal best for me, but, you know. Don't expect me to last much longer past this. This is the one to claw, right? I think this is the part with the claw. Ow. Harley. Oh. Yeah, I think it's coming. If I survive this, anyway. Oh, look at all their health. Look at all the extra health. How nice. Oh. So much for that. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. I can see it in the background. Ow, my hands are hurting already. I'm claw gripping this at this point. Oh, here it comes. Wacky effects of the Genesis right here. Okay, not that wacky, but definitely cool. Ow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, great. Now there's two of them I gotta deal with. Ow. Ow. Aw, that's a shame. Still, personal best for me. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. What emulator are you using? I'm using OpenEMU, which is a Mac exclusive front end. And that alone has several cores. Kind of like RetroArch, but it's exclusive to Mac. Has a very nice front end. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It occasionally crashes, but it's quite cool. Alright, I think we'll try a 32X game and PlayStation game. And then I might call it. I don't know. We'll see what we can do. So I guess we'll try Virtua Racing Deluxe and see how that turns out. Let's give that a whirl. Virtua Racing Deluxe. I can already hear the crispiness, but here we go. Here we go. I will try to get full screen working for the next stream. I still have to figure out all the quirks to that. But yeah, here's Virtua Racing Deluxe, the enhanced version of Virtua Racing for the 32X. A very expensive piece of kit I don't have. I tried to get RetroArch running on my Linux laptop a few months ago, but I had no luck. Maybe I should give it another try when it updates to the latest version. I don't know. It would be cool. I'd say it would be cool. I do like OpenEMU quite a bit. This is great. This is a good emulator, especially when it works. If you can really call this an emulator, more like a front end for emulators. But I think the cores here run quite well for what it is. Considering that the PSP emulation seems to run better than the actual PSP emulator I also have downloaded. Ooh, I think I know exactly what I'll run after this. I know exactly what I'll run after this. I'll run a PlayStation game, then we'll see if we can get Final Burn running so I can play, like, an actual NEOGEO game. Of course, Metal Slug, but, you know. Alright. Still figuring out controls. Big Forest. Let's just run a few laps. Let's just see how this goes. Okay. Oh god, triangle is triangles accelerate. I'm gonna guess circle is brake in this instance. Oh yeah, this does not feel great. Let me just get first person view. Again, all the more reason to get a Genesis control pad. Retrobit does make officially licensed ones, and I called them out on Twitter for that. I'm like, I really respect, you know, companies going out of their way to make official USB controller pads for emulators and stuff that have that authentic look and feel. I respect that so much. And Sega's like one of the few companies that does that, other than like NEOGEO, SNK, I think. But those are much harder to get than the Sega Genesis ones, which I think are like 20 bucks, 14 bucks. The Saturns are a little bit more expensive, but it's alright. I just wish they'd... Ow! I just wish they would make, like, the 3D control pad USB. And Atari should make a Jaguar kind of USB controller. Now that, like, Jaguar emulation's finally here and good. Just a couple thoughts. Sony's fine because you can just use a DualShock 3 or 4 and it's fine in like a DualSense. Nintendo is a whole can of worms I'm not even going to get into. Yeah, I'm not going for best time. I'm just checking to make sure all this runs well. It runs pretty good, honestly, 32X. I have a couple 32X games to play, but, you know, as it stands, as things are now, this is not bad. Again, my goal is to get, like, PC mode running on my VCS so that I can... Looks good from here, too. Yeah, hopefully the gameplay would be better moving forward. That's kind of miserable, but, you know. Anyway. What was I going to say? Yeah, I want to get PC mode on my VCS so that I can run emulators much better. That thing has like 8 gigs of RAM, and you can actually upgrade that. The goal is to get Steam games running so I can play games like UFO 50. I want to play UFO 50 so bad. As said on Blue Sky, I love this art style work you've done. Thank you. All the graphics you see on the banners and everything, I've done myself. I specifically pride myself on doing animation work and graphics from my own channel. I know that there's an easy way, you know, cheap, you could get it done by someone else, but I'm not the hugest fan of the style that they do that in. So I prefer to do it my own way, even if it takes extra time and effort, because, you know, it looks the way I kind of want it to look. And as someone who appreciates retro games, I love the pixel art style. And I use actual pixel art software, Aseprite, to do it. Very cool 3D polygon tech from Sega. I do have Virtua Racing for Genesis, like on, well, I have it here on the emulator. Hang on a sec. Let's, pause that for a moment. Okay. So, moving back to Sega Genesis, as you can see here, right now, as you can see, I do have Virtua Racing here, but that's one of my favorite things, because, give me a moment. I am going to go grab something, and I'll be right back. I want to show you guys something. That is not it. Aha! Pull this up here. Found it. I do have, in my midst, an actual copy of this game. The $100 Virtua Racing, featuring the excellent SVP chip by Sega. I got that for like 10, 20 bucks maybe. I think it's like 30 now, and these things are starting to kick the bucket, so I'm glad emulation works well. Let me go put that back, and we'll see a tiny bit of Virtua Racing SVP version. We'll do PlayStation, we'll do Final Burn, and then we'll sign off for this test broadcast. Be right back. My friend at a university had a 32X, but I don't think he had Virtua Racing. Anyone who had a 32X is someone I'd want to hang out with in my book. That thing was pretty cool. I don't know what to think about Sega's approach to the Genesis. They were like, oh my gosh, all these consoles have new technology. Let's just, like, put the Genesis on life support and then throw a CD add-on, and then a 32-bit, like, 3D add-on, and, like, I love that, because it makes the Genesis such a powerful, it's like multiple features of multiple systems in one single unit, as long as you have all the parts and, like, hook it up so it looks like it's on life support, but still, Sega was really weird with that, but in a weird way, I kind of love it. So, yeah. Now, let's get back to the Virtua Racing that I know and love. SVP Virtua Racing. I hope the sound is loud enough. Well, you have to make do with a Genesis or Mega Drive as we knew them in the UK, yeah. I have the... I can actually pull it out right now, but, let me go get it. Take a look at the attract mode for a second. So I have, right now, Indeed, Kath bought me one for my birthday a few years ago. One of the best presents ever. Everyone loves the Genesis, man. So I have here a Genesis Model 1 Revision 2. So this does not have the high definition graphics along here, so it's not, and it doesn't have as good sound as the actual Model 1, but it still has the form factor of the Model 1. It has the Sega CD port. I didn't get mine with a cover. Sound is good? Good. But yeah, I love this thing to death, and I'm hoping to get a composite adapter so that I can run, like, my actual old consoles through a capture card, through HDMI, into the capture card, and into the computer, so that I can actually play these games on real hardware instead of having to resort to emulation. That's my end goal. I have found a cheap capture card that I know works because my girlfriend got it. So I'm going to get that as soon as I have some money in the bank again. I'm going to get that through Amazon, get that sent in, and then we'll start streaming with actual things like the Switch, the VCS, and that will be fun. But for now, let me put this away and let me turn off the camera for a sec so I can get back to the game. I do also have a copy of Pitfall, by the way, the Mind Adventure, which was also shown on the emulation thing. I just want to keep playing it to get better at it. I've only just recently got past the Jaguar boss. I know that sounds kind of blech, but you know, I'm a gamer. I just enjoy playing games. I'm not really the best at them. All right, that'll be awesome to see some streaming of the actual consoles. Hardware emulation is hardware based gaming is always best, but emulation can get better and get up to that point, but it will never actually beat the feeling of playing on a real system with real controllers. The problem is that's so expensive now that it's kind of forcing me into this position where, like, oh, I don't want to pay $120 to play F-Zero GX on my GameCube, which might die someday. Let's just play that through an emulator. But that comes with its own costs and issues and, you know, gray area to the legality, but it's like, you know, people have been doing it for years at this point. It's... Okay, now circles circles accelerate here. This is my Virtua Racing. Virtua Racing's honestly one of my favorite games, honestly. I love that Sega would make a game like this. And then it's like, let's put it on every console that we can, which was literally the Genesis and the Saturn. I have the Saturn version, but the Saturn emulation is not the greatest. The emulation is good. The emulation is really good. The problem is my computer is from 2009, so it can't really run that all that good. And that's before I throw it on OBS. Once I throw it on OBS, that introduces its own problems and makes it almost impossible to play. But know that I am working on that, and as soon as I can emulate Saturn through, like, Windows or Linux, I mean, I prefer Windows because as much as I hate Windows, that is what most games are developed for. Like, UFO 50 is a Windows-only game right now. As much as I hate that. I would love for it to come to Switch, but as it stands, I need an SSD and, like, new RAM to get, like, all the, you know, Windows games running on the VCS, and even then, it has its own bottleneck in terms of performance, so... I love this game. It is ruthlessly difficult in actual racing, so that's why I mostly do time trials here, just to drive around in this 3D world. It's such a neat technical thing that they were able to do with this thing in, like, the 1990s, early 90s. It just kind of sucks that this game came out, like, I think early 1994, and then, like, a couple months later, the 32X launched with Virtua Racing Deluxe. So, like, this version was immediately made redundant. But I have it, and I will keep it in my collection forever. I don't call it a collection, I call it a library, but, you know, I don't think of myself as a collector. I just think of a guy who has a bunch of old games and likes to play them and share them with friends. So, like, games are meant to be played. I don't keep sealed games on shelves. I open those babies. I play them. And some people might hate me for that, but you know what? That's how I live my life. Life's too short for all that stuff. And, yeah. I don't think I've ever been able to beat the target time in this game, even with... Actually, I think I've been able to beat it once, but the game doesn't really save your records, so... exactly the right attitude to have with games. Yeah. I see why people have like complete libraries of every game known to man, but I hate that because like, well, that's one less game I can get my hands on, and then I go online and I see like Piglet's Big Game for PS2 for $800 because someone streamed it recently, and I'm like, dang, that's just video games now. And then you see all the ROM sites go down on like the internet. It's like, oh well, damn. Because not to throw shade at ROM sites, but they become a little bit of a blessing for all of us. They make these games easier to access in a age where that's becoming a harder thing to find. I got close. I got close. Alright. That's enough Virtua Racing for now. This has 3 tracks, like Virtua Racing Deluxe has 5. And then I think Virtua Racing for Saturn has like 8 or 7 and like 4 different cars. It's crazy. But they also rearranged the music. So let me decide what Sony PlayStation game we'll play. Then we'll play Final Burn, and then we will sign off for now. I had eyesight on the whole time. Let's see here. Sony PlayStation. Let's see what we can do with this. I already done Metal Slug. Ridge Racer, Jumping Flash. You know what? Let's give this a try. Classic. Let's give this a try. Oh. Or have the emulator crash. That's fun. That's always fun. This one. Please. Hold up. Let me set the right window. Alright. Please don't crash this time. Yeah, OpenMU quit unexpectedly. I noticed. Let's see if we can try this again one more time. Oh. Yeah, it's working finally. This runs PlayStation games surprisingly well, given that Saturn games give it such a hard time. And yeah, you can already see what game we're playing. I don't have any attachment to this game. I'm just trying it because, you know, it's a PlayStation game. Ridge Racer has kind of wonky controls on PS1. It wouldn't be a proper stream without at least one crash. That is correct. A crash in multiple senses of the term, because we got through the crashes, so now we can play Crash. Again, I have no attachment to this game. It's just one of the games I have because it's like a staple of the PS1, and it's good to see this if this runs well. And it seems to be running pretty good on my end. There is always going to be a delay with the streaming, so the audio might be a little bit out of sync, but, you know, that's just what happens with streaming. Now, if I remember correctly, all the buttons should be at their correct positions here. So forgive any bad gameplay you see, but that might also be due to lag and other things that I'm dealing with. Again, this computer is not the most powerful. This is a Core 2 Duo right now that's streaming and playing the game. So, yeah. Oh, there goes that extra life. Okay, that's jump. Get rid of the crab. Oh. Get the boxes. I may never actually play this game on any other stream, but you know, it's just good to have around. There are a lot of PS1 games I do enjoy that I would love to play on stream, though. I know a couple. There is a good version of Metal Slug X on there, which I do have. here. Checkpoint. Oh god, already the lag begins. Get here. The lag has begun. Whoop! I noticed the box there out of like my line of sight. Okay, jump on the turtle. Oh, that didn't work out. Alright. I will try to get Gran Turismo running. I have no idea how that's gonna work out, but you know. We'll see. Oh, I almost ate it there. But yeah, this seems to run well. Much better than I would expect it to. No cutscene there on how well we did, but alright. Alright, that's PlayStation. That works. Again, I'll try to get more games like that running. Now we move on to the last thing of the stream. Let's get Final Burn up and running and see how that goes. That is keyboard specific, so that means we will be working without controller support. At least on Mac with FinalBurnNeo, which is what I'm working with here. Let's open this up. No dropped frames this stream. That's crazy. Alright, now let's open up a game. What am I gonna do? Like there's any guess of what I'm gonna play here. We're gonna do Metal Slug 1, just to see how that works out. Alright. Now let's update the display window to Metal Slug and FinalBurnNeo. Oh, this is not the right window. Hang on a second. These things happen. Where are you? Where are you? FinalBurnNeo. FinalBurnNeo Launcher and Metal Slug Super Vehicle 01. Okay, something is going on. This should be working. The game is running. Oh, display capture was off. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, we're here. Let's get that slightly bigger. Fit within the window. Alright, let's play some Metal Slug. Okay, I'm definitely seeing performance dips. Credit it up. I should mention, I did actually finally recently complete Metal Slug once. You're probably not going to hear me over this, but oh, come on, I know the strat. Get the fish. I have a strangest feeling like this is really loud, so audio level sounds okay, it can still be heard, good. I have a feeling this is quite loud for me, so I can only imagine how loud this is for you guys. Then again, that's how this game was supposed to be. Like, it was supposed to be the loudest thing in the arcade, right? So it works. There is a spiritual successor to this game that's, like, shown up on YouTube recently. I might take a look at that someday once I can get, like, the PC stuff running, because there's a demo for it on PC. I would love to give a try. What hit me? Oh, come on. This is not the time to have the controller issues. Come on. Get the plane. Yeah, after this, I'm gonna eat something for sure. I am getting kind of peckish. I'm just glad all this works. Especially on YouTube, because YouTube is a platform I've had so many good times with YouTube, but I've also had my fair share of issues with YouTube. I mean, it's the platform I got my start on, in multiple terms of the words. Like, my reviews started here and have continued here for 10 years. I helped start a channel with over thousands of subscribers at Cavalier9 with my friend Ryan, who we're still friends to this day, and we're still collaborating on stuff with. It's just been really slow this year, but I am still a part of that, and we will be working on stuff hopefully in 2025. But yeah, like, there's been a lot of hurdles, but I've been navigating through it, and wow, the slowdown actually kind of helps. I didn't think that was gonna help out, but it does. Oh, wrong button. Well, so much for that. Ooh. I ducked too early. Or too late. Oh yeah, that's one. Ooh. Got it. I got one person. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I got one prisoner saved. Let's go. I think the maximum I've been able to get without dying was 5 on this level, but you know, that was just a random day. I do better on some games a random day and then worse. Next time I lose all my lives, we're gonna cut it here. Yeah, for whatever reason, Final Burn runs like fantastic, but it's like really loud. There's no pausing features or anything like that. No rewinds. Which I will say, OpenMU does support rewinding and fast forwarding on most games, which I hate to be a spoilery kind of guy, but I may use on some games. It's just like, I barely beat games, and I really want to be able to start doing that. So I may use rewinds at some point. I know that's not kosher for a lot of people, but look, I really want to see some games to the end. Not all games support it. Like, the PlayStation and Saturn occasionally don't support it at all. So, in those cases, I'll just have to persevere. But that is a thing I might do on some of these older games, just due to how tough they can be. I hope you don't think any lesser of me by doing that. Oh, give me the... Rocket launcher! We've seen this before. We know how this level goes. Alright. Well, that's Final Burn, everyone. And that is the first NALTOVISION stream. So that was fun. I have enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. I know I'm really, really tiny. But, that was fun. It actually turned out a lot better than I expected. And that's going to do it for the first stream on YouTube. I may do a stream on Twitch tonight that's just some other games, just because I really want to stream again. But if you want to check that out, that's twitch.tv/NALTOVISION. You can also follow me on Blue Sky at nalto.bsky.social, on Twitter at NALTOVISION. I'm glad you enjoyed watching, Nathan. And YouTube right here at NALTOVISION. I will be getting the second video of the Crew 2 playthrough with me and Ty uploaded today. I'm going to plug in the PS4 immediately after this stream ends. and get that uploaded for you guys. So if you are not subscribed to NALTOVISION already, make sure that you're subscribed, so that video will be going up later tonight, so long as the internet doesn't die here. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed, and stay tuned for many more streams to come as we enter the new year and into the new year. Thank you guys for watching, and till all are one, till I see you next time, I bid you farewell.